Okay.
We're live.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, good start.
Episode 1, Shithouse podcast.
Uh,
Um,
you're
put a
listening
lot of
to
effort and planning into this.
you're listening to Big Dick and the Boy. I'm the
That's
boy.
not okay. I'll I'll accept that shitty naming scheme if it puts me in the position of authority, which is big dick. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, naturally.
I've got something to talk about. You ready?
Okay.
So we can dive right into this. I watched Drive. Have you seen that?
I have not. It's been on my list.
I heard like Ryan recommended it to me. Him and I usually agree on things. Except that he's a big Star Wars fan,
Uh-huh.
and I just don't care about Star Wars very much. Also, he didn't like Three Billboards Outside, what is
Ebbing?
it? Outside Ebbing, yeah. He didn't like that, and I did like it. I thought it was very, very good. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, that's by the same guy that wrote and
In
directed
Bruges, right?
In Bruges, Seven Psychopaths, and there was another one that I can't remember, but yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I watched Drive because I'm bored out here and
Okay.
conducting I can't disclose where I am because I'm on a military black ops operation. You know why it's called black ops?
Is it?
Do you know why?
it that wouldn't have anything to do with
It's because I'm in Africa.
I shouldn't laugh at that. That's so fucking
That's
stupid.
That's why it's called that. Anyway, I watched Drive,
Okay.
and I was kind of let down.
What do you mean? I haven't seen it. I mean I've seen a whole bunch of memes about it because like you know that like oh if you're sad and like movies this is the movie and
Yeah,
I am sad and I like movies but for some reason it's evaded me.
I see that like about it. I don't
Yeah.
know. I just sort of figured you would have seen it, so I'd be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because I also don't want to like talk shit about it, and then you go in with like that shit in mind, and then just have
I
like a
don't know. That
negative
doesn't
attitude toward it when you might enjoy it.
really affect me as much. I mean, I think you've had
You're
some you've had some
immune.
good takes and you've had some piss takes, so it's kind of
I'm only good takes.
we could talk
You're
about
probably thinking of somebody
Blade
else.
Runner, which is the other Ryan Gosling movie where if you're sad and like movies, you should have seen it.
So yeah, Drive was like it was like going for that vibe, which is amusing because it came out 6 years earlier. But I feel like it was trying to go for the vibe that I think Blade Runner 2049 really delivered on, like that atmosphere.
Uh-huh.
Not the cyberpunk atmosphere, but more of like the loneliness,
Yeah.
you know.
The ice, yeah,
And like, yeah,
the alienation.
yeah. And Ryan Gosling's character, I don't know. He does all these little things that I think were just the director or writer being like, oh yeah, and he'll do this, and like that'll be cool. Like that's gonna be really cool, you know.
Mhm.
Like he has a toothpick all the time, just always.
Well, that's how you know he's a badass.
Yeah.
If you're not a
He
badass,
he wears the same jacket all the time.
yeah.
Even like at one point,
Well, he does in Blade
there's
Runner,
a
too.
conflict that I won't spoil, but he ends up with like blood all over his jacket, and
Yeah.
he still just like walks around with it like covered in
Just
blood.
covered in
I don't know if that's supposed to be cool, like he doesn't care or something. But for me, I was just like, why is he? That's just foolish.
It's in
That's
Ryan
just
Gosling's
like,
writer. Like, if I'm gonna be wearing a jacket, it's staying on the whole fucking time.
it wasn't even part of the character. Ryan Gosling just had a phase where he was really into that jacket, and he wouldn't listen to anybody about it.
I think that's the other thing too about Blade Runner 2049. So it does that better, right? It does the alienation, it does the themes better, and it does. And I'm saying this matter of factly, having never seen the movie, and
Yeah,
it does
all
it
these
does the
things
jacket
than the
better.
movie you
I will
haven't
say
seen.
that I've seen the Drive jacket, and the 2049 jacket is definitely
Well, yeah,
superior
the 24/9 jacket is cool as shit, and also the Drive jacket, like, I was starting to think like the director he really likes this jacket. And there's one scene where like there's a fight in an elevator, and he like when the fight is over, there's a shot that holds for a while of just the back of his jacket. Like the framing is literally from waist to shoulders, and like the jacket has like a design on the back. And that's in focus, and like the sides of the elevator and shit are out of focus. And he's just like standing there breathing hard because
Because
he
who
just was
directed
in a
that
fight.
movie? Hold on, let me.
I don't know.
He's like
I would be
he's
surprised if he
he's
directed
like you at
anything
Goodwill.
else
Like
good.
it's like, oh my god, this is awesome.
Yeah. Nicholas Winding Refn? Refn.
Wow, that's really.
It's a foreigner. That's why. He's not. He's
Did
not
he do
from
Only God
here.
Forgives? I remember hearing like
I haven't seen that.
he did the Neon Demon. Okay, so
He's been
everything else he's
nominated
done
for an
is
Oscar. For what?
he does Pusher. What the fuck is Pusher?
Drive is one of those movies that like it has an atmosphere that you really need to be able to get into, and I could not get into it. The dialogue between him and the girl, I thought was just so weird.
He did
Like he'll talk
Bronson.
to the girl. I never saw that actually,
Bronson
but
was good.
he'll talk to the girl and have some like quip, and he'll she'll say some shit to him, and he'll say some shit back that's like kind of romantic or whatever.
Uh-huh.
She's like he's like after their first time like hanging out, he's like she was like, thanks for being nice to me and my son or whatever, and he was like,
He's
hey,
like,
no
shut
problem.
up, bitch.
Yeah, he goes, shut up, whore, and he starts beating her. No, he goes, he's like something like yeah, maybe I could take you and I think her son's name is like Benicio or some shit. You and Benicio for a drive sometime. And then
Oh, he
she
said it.
either says like I'd like that, or, yeah, he says the name of the movie, which was really cool. That's what carried my erection through to the end. But she like she either says nothing or is like, oh, I'd like that or whatever, and then they just look at each other for a while. And it cuts back and forth like multiple times, and they're like smiling a little more each time, you know. And the music is coming in. It's supposed to be like a moment, and I just couldn't get into it. They did that like a couple times, where no one would actually stop talking and just look at each other like that.
Right.
Like, there's no way you could get through that amount of time without like so, you know, some shit, you know, like. Nobody does that.
So
Sometimes the conversation isn't over.
Mhm.
And they'll just stop.
So you're kind of
Or if-
ranting to yourself right now because I've never seen this movie.
Yeah.
I do want to say,
Yeah.
since we're on the topic of movies, my friend was watching all the Jurassic Parks again.
Yeah.
And what do you remember about the second Jurassic Park? Because that movie's like a fever dream. I
I remember the Tyrannosaurus sequence being really cool
yeah, whenever you're like
when the
8.
two come.
Yeah.
I did recently like rewatch just the part where it fucks up the whole city. That's a really fun part. But yeah, the movie's retarded. It
I
doesn't
feel like
make
they
any
ran
sense.
out of money like right before the T-Rex scene. Like the T-Rex scene could have been like could have saved that movie. And it didn't.
No,
It wasn't
it
bad.
couldn't
Like
have.
that it wasn't.
It couldn't have saved the movie.
What are you talking about, dude?
Did you just rewatched it, right? All of it was awful.
Yeah, terrible.
She does gymnastics and kicks a velociraptor.
That was awesome.
No,
Yeah, it was fucking
no,
rad.
it was not. Yeah, it was.
No, if it was like
it was a
no,
mess.
maybe not the Tyrannosaurus, but like a full-on dino invasion of San Francisco. Okay, we're recording.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm sorry I fucked that up. That's entirely on me.
Yeah. No, you're fired. You're compromising the integrity of this show.
Because I wanted something that would just
You're
record.
ruining our reputation.
I wanted something that would just record video.
Right. Just
But
video?
or sorry, just audio. And instead, I downloaded the free version of this program. I was like, all right, perfect. And it was like, oh, by the way, it's got a 10-minute limit.
Nice.
So we hit 10 minutes.
Cool. Let's hit 5 more sets of that.
Yeah, honestly,
And then we'll be good.
that's what they always tell you. Like whenever you're doing something tough, like, hey,
To break
you've
it
done,
down into pieces.
yeah, you've done one
Yeah.
lap. Now you got to do is 10 more of those.
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
With like PT and shit. And it was starting to piss off one of the guys here. Like when we were doing our McMad PTs and they were like a little intense. I'd be like, think about it. We're basically done. Like we just have 3 more of these, and then after that, there's just 2 more, and then we're done.
Yeah, that would piss me the fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's such a shitty thing to fucking say.
I hit 2 minutes in the pool, underwater.
Oh, nice.
Which, yeah, that was cool. Felt good about that.
That's pretty cool.
And it wasn't that close. It wasn't like I barely made it, you know?
Yeah.
I've been using my smartwatch and starting the timer, and then like you can't see it. Like I just go under and close my eyes. So
Yeah.
that's a little different too, because immediately you're like the first few times you're doing it, you're trying to count in your head. You're like, okay, it's like you just have this much left, like trying to, the whole time you're thinking about how much you want to breathe. And I've been getting better at like not doing that and relaxing a little more. Eventually, you just fall into that, but yeah. I think I could get 3 minutes by the end of the month if I keep doing what I'm doing. By the end of next month, not this month. I'm
Wow.
not going to do 3 minutes in the next 6 days.
Really advancing your skills.
Yeah.
Just in case I don't know the building floods, you'll be the one guy that like makes it out alive because you can hold your breath long enough.
Yeah. I'm
All
going
the
to be
other
like Tom
chumps.
Cruise.
Yeah, all the other chumps that like were laughing at you at the pool, they're gonna be
Yeah,
the ones.
that's every time there's a crowd just
Yeah.
mocking me. But
They're over there. They're like,
I'll
"Oh,
show
boo,
them.
Steven, you fucking idiot! Look at him holding his breath." I don't know.
Yeah.
You fucking chump!
Yeah.
They just bully the shit out of you.
Yeah, that happens.
That and your
Yeah.
fucking.
And I'm
They're-
white.
They're like.
And I'm white, which gets...
They probably hit
I'm
you
a
for
victim.
that. They probably hit you for that and your big ass nose.
No, that's just not fair.
No, it's not.
Dude, you know what I was thinking
You're
about?
sucking up all the air. That's how you can hold your
got,
breath for so long.
You know I like never get roasted for that.
What, your nose?
Mm-hmm.
Other people have brought it up to me, which I always thought was kind of shitty.
Other people... People ask me about it all the time.
like what the fuck's up with this guy's nose?
Have you thought about helping your brother
with his
his fucking ridiculous nose? I was on Instagram and like scrolled past people's stories, and then it just starts giving you shit,
Yeah.
It just starts giving you like random stuff. And it's giving me all these Tumblr things. And they're so bad. They're so, like, sad.
What Tumblr things? What are you talking about?
Like, this is a post I saw a long time ago that I forgot about, but it showed me again.
If this noise shows up, I'll fix it in post. I'm making myself a bowl of cereal.
Alright. Yeah, I'm really concerned about
No, I'm listening.
having the sounds of cereal in here. Who the fuck is this? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna scroll down and see if I can find
I
it.
bet
But
the story is gonna get like really interesting.
No, it's not like a story. It's just one of those Tumblr posts where it's like, isn't it weird that like society, if you like test really well and stuff, like you're really cool, but if you're really good at art but not like
Yeah.
math,
Hmm.
you're dumb and society doesn't think you're useful. And then someone was like, ooh, I think you just found a glitch in reality or some shit like that. Like they've cracked this fucking code.
It's
Or
always
they think it's like a really deep thought, like,
it's always people with
that's
no
weird.
other fucking. It's just Twitter. I mean, that's what it is. It's a whole bunch of people with no other fucking problems. Like not a
Yeah.
single fucking other problem in their life, and they're like, oh, people bully me because I draw furry fetish art all the time, and the
Isn't it
kid over
crazy
here
that
is like,
society doesn't find me to be a big contributor when all I do is draw furry fetish art
yeah,
and don't actually produce anything of value?
yeah, people
Which,
that
I mean, if
major in
that's the way you
math.
make your living, like, cool, but, you know, that's the difference between, like, what they're talking about and, like, a real career, which, I
And
mean, not
reality
that
as a
it's not
whole.
a real career, because there's furry artists that are gonna make more money than I'll ever see,
Yeah, I know one. I mean,
which is
I
good for them.
don't
But
hate on it at all.
it's like the difference is you're like that art is a career that you have to make yourself. You're not gonna like, which I don't know. I mean, because yeah, there's people who get jobs as you know art directors for fucking movies and shit, whatever.
Yeah,
But
you can't just fucking record yourself talking and then be
but
like,
it's not like you can start at a low level position and like work your way up type thing with like other jobs. Like you can't. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass because maybe you definitely can do it like that.
I
But
mean, there's definitely like structured jobs like that, like graphic designers and or if you work on video games or some shit like that. Like I was reading somewhere that like one of the shittiest things about like getting into the video game industry is like all the bullshit jobs that exist. Like like whenever they're going on
yeah,
about how a game has like good hair physics or something like that. Like that's your whole fucking day is like going into work and then like drawing
and
hair.
making the hair look right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can find it because
Yeah,
it,
I'm not
it
gonna say that that
wasn't
doesn't.
just that. It was like the way that it was phrased, where like they thought that here it is, found it. I typed in Tumblr post about art and found it very quickly. If artistic people are forced to take years of math and science, then why don't sciencey people have to take art and music classes? And someone replied to that. Someone found a real life plot hole, and someone replied to that. Boom. B asterisk 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 asterisk.
That's awesome. They
And then
edited
someone
themselves so I didn't
said,
have to read
yeah, they
bitch.
censored the word bitch.
That's awesome.
And someone replied to that. And if you're bad with I'm saying it like that because there's quotation marks.
Uh-huh.
And if you're bad at art and music, then it's okay. Not everyone has an aptitude for those kinds of things. But if you're bad at math and science, then you're not smart or you're not trying hard enough. And part of that is like there's no I have no artistic ability, like at least with drawing, right? Like I cannot draw. My handwriting is that of a child still. Um,
You have some of the
but
worst handwriting I've ever seen.
that doesn't like I don't need to have any drawing ability to
Right.
survive like in society. You need basic math and science like to understand what's going on around you.
Well, I think the counter to that, if I was going to make a better argument, that wasn't, it's an entirely different argument. I'll just say that. But like, I do believe that there isn't enough focus on humanities because I think that that's where you get a lot of your critical thinking
I
from.
I agree
Yeah.
with that. I disagree with this post.
No,
I don't
obviously, because
think
that
that
post
art
is
and
shit. That's one of the worst
yeah,
posts I've
I
ever
don't.
seen.
That's what I'm frustrated about. I don't think like, yeah, there should be more focus on the arts and shit. I'm not the fucking bad guys in Mr. Holland's Opus who are trying to take like the music shit away from the schools. I just that I think that line of thinking is so fucking just ridiculous, just completely unrealistic. Like, well, why do I have to take science and math classes in a society? Like, really? Like the fact that they're looking at that, like the person who replied, I think you just found a real life plot hole. That person has some learning. Like I don't see that person as ever being a functional member of society unless that's unless it's like a 14-year-old that fucking grew up to be like, man, yeah, I said some dumbass shit on Tumblr when I was a kid. But it frustrates me. I think part of it too is that when I read that, I think it's people that are my age. Like that's who
Yeah.
I envision. It's probably like 14-year-olds, and that's
Yeah.
just what 14-year-olds say. Like that's fine.
You had some. I'm really so. When I think it was like 2015 or something, my Facebook got hacked, and so I deleted it and made a new one. And I'm looking back at a lot of the stuff that like people are sharing from their memories from like 2012 and stuff like that. It's like I'm really fucking happy that I don't have a lot of those posts still around. Same thing with my Twitter.
Yeah.
Like I completely redid my Twitter, and I think I found my old account, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, dude, it
Nobody
makes me
nobody
feel
needs to
bad for
fucking see
like
this.
it makes me feel bad for like Billie Eilish because she's like imagine just take like a kid that age and then make them famous, which is what happened, and then now everything she's doing, like, yeah, all the kids they're loving the shit that she's like posting and validating it and shit. I don't think she's gonna grow up like I don't think she's gonna mature as much as like she would if she
I
just grew up as like
no,
a
I think
kid.
the money does that to people.
Also the money,
Yeah, a lot more than the.
but also just part of like when you I think part of growing up is having that like the edgy, you know, you have the shit that you look back on and you're like, yeah, that was stupid.
Getting fucking
And
bullied.
getting bullied is like a huge part of growing up.
Yeah, not like
Like someone going like,
to
this is
death,
fucking
but
retarded. This thing that you said, this is stupid. You idiot. Right? Like getting some of that. I think that's important. I think we need to do more of that. Not only do we need to ban art and music from schools, but we need to make berating the children mandatory. That's
8 hours
my
a day, like doing only math
official
and
political
science.
stance.
If you fuck up at all, like
If
we're
you
bullying you.
blow below a .08, you can't teach. That's the new law.
They need breathalyzers to start their car, but it's
Yeah,
reversed.
but
Like
you
they
have to blow.
yeah,
You
you have
have
to be
to,
fucking hammered.
yeah, to like start to stamp your fucking time card as a teacher, like, or you don't get paid for the hours.
Otherwise,
But
you're
no,
fucking yeah. What are you doing?
yeah, a lot of that shit was. I mean, that's like what? That's when fucking Dominic and the rest of the guys that I still talk to. That's when we started to like separate. Was we all got together and got along really well because like early middle school, really edgy and like, or no, well into like ninth grade. Really edgy shit. Like saw Breakfast Club and thought it was like super deep and whatever. And then like we started to grow up, and he never did. Like he just stayed there.
To be
And
fair, to be fair, I think he represents a flaw because he definitely got fucking bullied, and all he did was dig his heels in.
yeah, so there is part of that where because there is that I don't know. It's all messy. There's no like clear lines, but there is the like be yourself mentality, which is I think there's a difference between being yourself and like blindly standing by everything that you do, versus like not
Being
compromising
critical,
what you really
yeah,
believe in.
having some self-awareness.
Yeah, like you can be yourself and make yourself better. Like you can take input and understand that maybe some of the shit that you do is like dumb or you're being mean to people or whatever. Like people who, you know, assholes who are like, yeah, I just people don't like me because I just tell it like it is, shit like that. No, people don't like you because you're an asshole. Most people don't really have a problem with like being corrected when it's a valid correction or hearing someone's input when they ask for it. But when you're telling someone what you think all the time,
Yeah.
and a lot of times people who have that attitude, like what they like really boil shit down to like black and white. Well, yeah, man, you just need to like get control of your life and fucking like get a divorce and shit. It's like, well, no, I love her. I'm just having problems right now.
Yeah.
You know, people like don't really fucking. Those people don't. They give shit advice, and then they're like, yeah, people don't like me because I speak my mind.
Speaking of the bullying, and I do agree with what you're saying, but you're seeing a lot of energy directed towards shit that doesn't matter. Like not a lot of energy is devoted to making somebody better. It's toward it's like fucking Marvel fans like losing their shit over something, or like gamers as a group just berating people for not kind of going with their idea of things. And I think that can. I don't know where I was trying to go with this. It's kind of, you know
Yeah,
what I mean? No,
Marvel
like
fans and gamers are
nobody's like,
faggots. Yeah, I got you.
yeah, nobody's sitting around going like, hey, you need to be like, hey, like
Hey,
maybe you're being fucking cringe right now. It's people like if somebody's cringe, they share it with a million people. That person gets either blown the fuck away completely, like from the sheer outpouring
you
that they
mean
get
like the
against them.
blind, like you are who, like be proud of who you are, like.
Mm.
Yeah, I get what you're saying because like people who are really into I don't know stuff that's like more nerdy and they get picked on for it. And part of that is like, yeah, no, you shouldn't be ashamed of like being a fan of something unless it's child pornography. And then, but also,
I don't know, man.
you should also like be an adult.
I don't think you're giving
Like,
child porn a fair shake.
yeah, you're maybe I'm being a little too hard on child pornography. I mean, there is. I just hate that there's no plot.
There's The Godfather. I mean, that girl's 16.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I might have to watch that again.
Yeah, no, I'm probably making like a shit ton of noise.
No,
It's probably
that was just me thinking about watching The Godfather again.
just but fast forward to the Italy part.
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you what about The Godfather.
I just watched that
Have
movie
you read
again.
the book?
Huh?
Have you read the book?
I haven't, but I just saw an interview with Francis Ford Coppola where he's on I think it was Stern, because I just let Facebook like feed me shit. Like I just sit there and like watch it
Yeah, it's
autoplay
really
like
healthy.
fucking SNL skits and stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I know it's right. Because I'm just too fucking lazy to like search for something. But yeah, he's like yeah, I don't know, like this whole time like there's some good parts, but then like a good part of the book is this girl that has like a vagina problem or something, and it's
Yeah,
like
so I was just about to talk
about to
about
get
that.
like she's like trying to get fixed, and the guy like falls in love with her, and I was like, what the
Yeah, I
fuck?
can tell you exactly what that is. So that's why I asked if you read the book because I want to talk about
The
the
pussy.
woman with the large vagina. So the book is almost exactly like the movie.
Minus the gaping pussy.
And then there's so there's this it just goes off on a side story to the point where like I would have if a book had a thing where you could mouse over the bar and see like the pictures, you know, like
Yeah.
screen like bits from the movie, I would have gone until I stopped seeing her and then clicked there. But I didn't want to like fuck anything up from the book because I hadn't seen the movie yet, so I didn't want to spoil anything, and like skip ahead at all and jump to something that I didn't want to read yet. But I wanted to skip that part. So it cuts to Sonny's wife after he's been killed. She goes to Vegas where they have all those hotels that they own.
Yeah. With
And
Mo
there's
Green.
literally like it's explaining that like Sonny had just a massive cock, and and she's like fucking these
She
dudes,
got,
and
she got hollowed out.
nobody can satisfy her because their dicks are just not immense enough.
They don't got that sunny cock.
Yeah, they don't have the dick that she needs, and so
You think that's Mario Puzo being like, yeah, Italian? He's like,
I think it's an allegory for his
he's a self-insert
yeah,
as Sonny.
He's he's the woman. It's his asshole that he can't. There was the first when he was raped as a child by someone close to his family. By someone that he trusted, they hollowed his asshole out, and he's been seeking resolution ever since. And so in the book, she gets that, but he's still to this day.
That doesn't sound that doesn't sound right.
It's very Italian, so if it's not making sense to you, it's the cultural.
it's the divide.
It's an Italian thing. You have to read the book to understand. But so she's like meeting these guys, and some of them she even kind of likes, but their dicks are just too small. And so then she gets with this doctor guy, and she's really like falling for him, and they're really hitting it off, and she's kind of like putting off having sex with him because she's expecting to be disappointed, basically.
Yeah.
But they get really close, and then they end up fucking, and he kind of like asks her, he's like, "What's the deal?" Like something, she was acting weird in bed, and he's like, "What's up?" And she's like, "Well, just nobody's satisfied me since Sonny." And he like knew who that guy was. She'd explained that she was married and shit, and he got killed. And he was like, "Oh, let me pop the hood real quick." And he like goes down and like checks her out, and then he's like, "Yeah, you have a medically massive vagina.
Let me check.
You have a medically tremendous fanny." And she that's for our European listeners. But he basically is like, "Oh, yeah, that's like a quick fix. I can do this operation." And he explains what he's gonna do, and I don't understand why the terminology was used, and I don't understand what it meant also. But he was like, "I'll basically like origami your vagina into a smaller shape, and then it'll be fine."
So there was a guy that did that.
I wasn't done.
Okay.
You fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he origamis her vagina into a smaller shape.
Okay.
And then they fuck, and it's like it feels amazing and shit. And this ties into the plot of the rest of the real plot by after Mike gets his shit ran by that cop and his face is like retarded.
Yeah.
That's the doctor who fixes his face. So in the movie when they like mention that, and there's one line that refers to they know someone who can fix, like that's the whole side plot from the book that got removed.
Yeah, your face
is almost as fucked up as your sister-in-law's vagina. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of similarities there, but hers could take a beating better than your face.
It's funny. You're both oversized vaginas.
But yeah, it was ridiculous. Jaws did the same thing too. The book Jaws.
Did Jaws have a big pussy arc?
No, it didn't have a tremendous pussy arc, but it had his wife like goes to cheat on him.
Uh-huh.
And I don't even remember if she does or not, I think she did. And then the whole time I'm reading this shit, I'm like, where's the shark? The whole fucking time.
It leaps through the bed, kills them.
Yeah. No, that was another one. And it was one of those things where he gets like a little Stephen King about it when he writes about women, and he's like, she's like looking at herself in the mirror, and her breasts, not as perky as they once were, but still fucking like, okay, dude, I don't care. I'm here for a shark. On the cover where there's a big shark.
Says
Yeah, I didn't
Jaws.
see. It doesn't. It's not called sagging breasts. It's called Jaws. I'm trying to. That's what I'm here for.
Lightly sagging. Not as perky as they used to be.
Yeah,
But that was
it's
too
like
long of a that was too long of a title, so they settled on
I
Jaws.
think there's like a running theme in novels of women looking at themselves and being
Mildly
slightly
upset. Yeah.
disappointed that they're not as attractive that they used to be, but still confident that they are, like for their age, very attractive.
He's like this is how women think. You know, once they get above
Yeah, this
30, they're
is
just like everything's horrible for them.
women think about
Yeah.
themselves the way that I think about women. That's
Like every time I
that's
look at
what.
them, I'm just slightly disappointed.
Every time I look, I'm just like, yes, she's still attractive, but I wish she was 18. That's my problem with women, is they're not all 18 years old. That's exactly how he wrote it, bro. It was ridiculous. And then another thing that like had no bearing on the plot at all. It just didn't make any sense. There was no reason for it. It was a waste
I
of my fucking time.
I honestly think that that's why I haven't read a book in a while. Is like you really did see them do away with the big pussy B plots.
Yeah, that's why kids these days don't read.
Yeah,
'Cause
I think
we
I
don't
blame the
have
movies really, because the movies
we
were the
don't have
ones
the
that like just took it out. They're like, oh, you don't need this,
Yeah, they
and it
were
took a lot
afraid to
of
have
yeah,
45 minutes dedicated to a cavernous vagina in a mobster movie.
exactly. And then that sort of
This
like
is
that sort of a lot of people didn't get introduced to the
That's
big
why this
pussy.
country's going down the drain. That's why
Yeah.
Trump won.
they, they, a supreme lie.
That's what the Democrats don't understand.
Not
is that
understanding
if they
that-
want to win an election, they need to release a movie with a cavernous vagina B plot that detracts from everything else in the plot.
Not understanding that like your girlfriend's chronically cavernous vagina
Chronically
can
loose.
be chronically loose pussy can be solved by a surgery that, and that was the story I was going to tell next, harmed thousands of women's lives because
Oh,
a lot
that's
of
like
times
a real thing?
it was a real
like
thing. And the guy that did it, like there was a couple people that did get it and like had good um results from it. So he
nice,
wrote that.
tight, childlike pussies.
Yeah. Oh God. Um,
Hell yeah.
there's a couple women that did have like good results from it, but the vast majority of people didn't know he was doing it to them. He would do it to people that like just had kids, because he was a gynecologist too. So people would go see him for other
So
problems.
he's like, I'm
and then he would origami the shit out of their pussies, cut off part of the like clitoral hood so that their clit was like always exposed and always rubbing shit. And then like
Okay.
it would cause like piss to like not leave them. It was awful.
He made like a piss pocket that it would get.
It was
trapped in or
literally a
something?
piss pocket.
Oh yes, dude. Yes.
So yeah, that's the other part. That's the horrible real life implications of the big pussy B plot.
Hell yeah.
No, yeah, look that guy up. He's really cool. I don't
Yeah.
remember his name. James something? I don't remember.
Vagina artist.
like a sandwich artist.
Or disaster artist, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. The I had this idea where I'm gonna make a Discord.
No, that's what it was. It wasn't a self insert. It was like, it's like, God, my wife has been just stretched out by
My
these
wife's vagina
big strong
is
Italians.
it's not the 14-year-old fresh pussy that I know it could be if she would just listen to me and get this operation.
You see how
But
happy
for
they
some
are?
reason she's uncomfortable with. I don't understand. This whore.
She's not fucking thinking of anybody but herself. My dick's not small. My fucking wife has a huge pussy.
Yeah.
Just like every other
Yeah.
woman I've been with.
Every woman I've been with has this problem. I don't know why no one's getting this fixed.
They're not
Every
getting
woman I've had sex with has just a giant,
they're not
just a
getting
huge pussy.
they're not getting it folded up like a fucking dinner napkin for me, and that's honestly selfish of them.
Yeah. I'm making a Discord.
Mm.
For our listeners, right?
Yeah.
And I just want to slap this in like the description when we upload this episode, and just let it turn into a mess.
Yeah, all 6 people join it.
Yeah, dude.
That's pretty cool.
I need to give it a picture though. Can I put a medically large vagina as a picture?
No, I have a weird bathroom that I took a picture of that I think I was gonna upload that on the because I was gonna upload this to YouTube.
Oh, why?
What do you mean? Where else would I upload it?
I guess why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we need to get like a proper like a Spotify thing going.
Well, yeah, eventually, I'm sure, but
not like right now, dude.
Oh.
We gotta.
Well, how do I strip the video? Never mind.
I like that we don't know how to do this at all. I'm gonna Google on episode 1 how to upload a podcast.
What? How do I gotta get rid of the video? Like I don't know. I've been filming my desktop this whole time and then just walking around, so I didn't fuck with shit.
I'm getting French results because of the Black Ops operation I'm on.
You're narrowing down your countries.
No, I'm not. Spotify for podcasters. You make podcasts, we make it easier for millions of people to find. Millions of people are gonna listen to us?
Millions.
Hell yeah, dude.
Actually,
hell yeah. It says crazy. Millions right here, dude.
This is wild.
It says millions.
I don't have the Patreon set up yet, so I don't know if we can upload this episode.
Fuck.
I need everybody to give me money, honestly.
So I should make a new account, or should I just use my Spotify? I don't know how this works.
My YouTube account, your Spotify will compete.
Hell yeah, dude.
See who has a bigger
people
reach.
Are logged in and listening every day. Spotify gives you a powerful snapshot of who your listeners are. Dude, that's another thing I was thinking about related to the Tumblr thing is like the like Imgur. I'm gay community.
I think that's a different community.
No, I don't think. Is it?
I think so.
The guys who will like people who you see it on Reddit and stuff, and they'll be like, it'd be like a fucking puppy dog like playing dead or whatever. And someone will comment like, I'm 6'6" and 230 pounds, and I'm covered in tattoos, and I have a beard that's very long, and I wear shades, and I'm a very intimidating person, and this made me giggle like a little girl. Have you seen like those comments?
It's been a while, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That shit frustrates me for no reason. I hate it.
I don't know.
Or guys who just they feel like they it'll be like I'm 6'4" and I'm special operations veteran and I like the Mandalorian. They'll like fucking like they'll talk about how badass they are or look and then be like, but I actually do like this thing that's supposed to be for nerds. So take that, society. I am a huge Star Wars fan, and I dress like a child rapist. I don't know. It bothers me when people rape children.
You know what the thing is I wish you hadn't joined the Marines, man. You would have completely fucking spiraled out of control, and you would have been a lot funnier, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Okay. Well, that's a good talk.
Oh, okay. So, well.
Yeah. I'm gonna click get started, and I'm gonna log in.
I'm gonna fucking stop this if this is all this is gonna be.
No. We're gonna.
I think we're hitting an hour.
Minutes. No, we're at 45 minutes, and that's including when it stopped recording.
Yeah, because I'm too poor.
Right. Because you downloaded a free version of a trial of something.
It didn't tell me that. It just said it was.
And it quit on you. What's the link to your podcast RSS feed? See, I don't even know what that is.
I think that's like whatever you like. Um, that's
Does this mean like I need to have an established website to
no, it's
to do this?
I think no,
Like
it's
I need to
like
be a professional.
it's like the thing that divvies out your podcasts to people.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah, I
think
didn't know that was a thing until now, but that concept makes sense. And I'm gonna act like I knew what you were talking about the whole time.
I don't remember. I was too
Can we
busy
just
thinking
use
about
YouTube?
I was thinking about huge pussy.
How to create a podcast RSS feed. Here we
I'm gonna
go.
take a piss. Hold on.
Okay. Can you keep your microphone on, please? Don't do that. Don't. Okay. Good. I'm gonna fill the silence with
That doesn't mean stop talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I don't. I was reading, and that's really hard for me. I have to focus very hard.
All right, what are you doing?
Fuck, man. I was just reading about how to make an RSS feed. Maybe I shouldn't be
Are
figuring
you
this
fucking
out
there?
during the episode. Yeah, can you not hear me? Did
Hello?
you piss in your
Oh,
computer?
I can't fucking hear you. That's awesome.
Excellent.
Oh, there you are.
Hell yeah, dude. I like that.
That was pretty sweet.
Yeah. I like the technical difficulty. It makes us grounded.
Honestly.
Now people can relate to us better.
Yeah, they got 15 seconds to really just like get ready for the next set of bits, you know.
Yeah. For me to I like how deep we got about bullying and Tumblr. I bet no one's ever had a conversation like that before.
I think if we
bet
get
we're
meta too
very-
quickly, like we'll lose some people. I think we should just keep
Yeah,
going. Like we're really
you're right. I
fucking
wouldn't
funny.
want to lose our fan base that we have right now. I think
Yeah.
you're right. Or follow, or
We're like,
significant
oh,
following.
what? Nobody else has done this. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, who remember? I
I don't
just pulled up my
appreciate
thing
being
because
mocked like that.
somebody brought up James Gunn today, and I was looking at like his and this is, you know, nobody's covering this right now because this is from 2017. So
All right.
right, but like just some of his tweets, like where
Yeah.
everybody's like, get away. Here's one of my favorite ones though.
The ones that got him in
Expendables-
trouble.
Yeah. Here's one. Okay, here's one that was actually stupid, and it was The Expendables was so manly, I fucked the shit out of the little pussy boy next to me. The boys are back in town.
Yeah, that's not very good.
My
Let me
favorite part
see.
is this. This got 6 likes.
I typed in James Gunn bad tweets.
Yeah.
And see what we
Here's
got.
one. Here's one that they said was bad, but I don't think was that bad. This hotel shower is the weakest ever. Felt like a 3-year-old was peeing on my head.
The Hardy Boys and the mystery of what it feels like when Uncle Bernie fists me. # sad children's books.
This is
See, these are like, that sounds like the shit that I think about
yeah.
where I go, that's dumb.
Shouldn't tweet that.
And then I don't say
Yeah.
or share with anyone. I go, that's
Yeah,
really
no, that's
stupid.
that's the seed of a better bit. But James Gunn will never get there. He doesn't let it grow. He just immediately
Eagle
tweets it.
snatches kid is what I call it when I get lucky. That's not bad.
That could be worse.
That's a good little child rapist thing. I like how all
lot
of
of
his
it's
shit is
child rape.
oriented toward raping children. At least he's got a
I
consistent
remember my
theme.
first NAMBLA meeting. It was the first time I felt okay being who I am. Some of those guys are still my BFFs. Wait a minute, where's the joke? The tweet just stops. Oh, here we
Well,
go. I'm doing a big
he-
Hollywood film adaptation of The Giving Tree with a happy ending. The tree grows back and gives the kid a blowjob.
That's really creative.
That's good.
My new film Jerk Loose, a small
looking at
town
that,
where
yeah.
beating off is illegal and one high school kid jerks off in front of the others to show how fun it is.
Honestly,
is that the plot of Footloose? Dancing is illegal?
yeah, actually.
So then they have to jerk off in front of each other?
No,
I'll watch that. It's
no,
Patrick
it's-
Swayze, right?
Kevin Bacon, dumbass.
What am I thinking of that's Dirty Dancing?
There
That's
you
what
go.
I'm thinking of. Which I also haven't seen. But I did watch Drive.
I don't know what the context of this is, but this may be the plant version of adopting a damaged 12-year-old girl who steals your money and accuses you of molesting her.
The plant version?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I think there's a link in there, but I don't know. Like, I still
Okay.
don't know what the fucking context could possibly be. Here's the thing. This is pertinent because Suicide Squad came out not that long ago, and
Did he write? Did he write both of them?
he did. No, he wrote the second one and directed it, and it's
Okay.
not good. It's not. Um,
Did you watch it?
yes, because I knew people would uh talk about
You
it
knew
to
your
me.
listeners would want to, yeah, would want to
I
hear
I
what
was
you
really
had to
thinking of the
say.
fact that since you're all the way over in Africa, I really gotta be and isolated from the goings ons. That I'd have to be the one with my finger on the pulse, pop culture.
I can, I can still watch
So
movies
so here's a
over
review
here.
of a movie that came out a month ago. Not great. 4 out of 10.
Okay.
He just has this thing where like people dying is funny, but he doesn't know how to frame it, so it's just somebody like dying, and then haha,
Oh,
they're
where
dead.
that's like the punchline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never. I don't think I've ever found that
Like in
amusing in a
Guardians of the
movie.
Galaxy Volume 2, like whenever they shoot up the whole ship, and like and it's really funny that they're like murdering like 50 or 60 people
Yeah, I'm not big
because it's a little
on
raccoon.
bits that go for that long, where it's
Yeah,
just
no,
like
like way too long.
where the joke is like it's funny because they're dying. Like that's usually not funny, but it is here.
You can't kill
I'm not with
somebody
that.
that hasn't earned it, or keep it from being ridiculous, right? Like
Yeah.
he doesn't. It's not ridiculous enough, so it's just a whole bunch of people getting slaughtered. It's like the first scene. Like, can you imagine like if Saving Private Ryan opened up exactly the same, but there's like some like shitty like '90s song playing over it, some like
Someone did
ironic.
that. They did Mr. What is it? The song that is always used, Mr. Blue Sky, I think, is what
Yeah,
it's
but
called. And
that's
they
funny
put that
because
over
somebody
like
did
the
that.
intro to Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, that's funny because it wasn't intended to be there. But like if you actually like made the movie and
That's
put that song there.
the best bits. Like, have you ever noticed like the funniest like reaction image or reaction like GIF captions where it's like some fucking ridiculous thing that's not like that big of a deal, but then they use like Walter White, his reaction at the beginning of that one episode of Breaking Bad, his reaction to a
Where he's like
significant
falling
event that
over.
I won't spoil. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
For the 8-year-old show. Sorry, the 8-year-old
yeah,
episode. The
yeah. It's like
the
the
13-year-old show. Yeah.
that's that's what makes it so funny is how serious that is and how
Yes.
how genuine of a reaction that like the bit is only good because like yeah he wasn't in on it being a bit when they were filming that but like
Exactly.
well that's
Vince
I
Gilligan,
don't
whenever he
think
made the
that's
first
I don't
meme
think
about
that's
it,
all
he's
it
like, "I'm so
takes.
happy I did this."
I don't think that's all it takes. I just
No.
think if you are gonna make a bit like that, you have to commit all the way. And
Yes.
because they didn't even know they were in a bid, like they were committing all the way. But that's why like all these funny like reaction images and shit is it's always something from it's from a drama
Yeah.
that does really well with a scene that's really well known for how like actually emotionally impactful the scene is. And when you half-ass that stuff for like a comedy, like the best, I wish I could think of an example, but the best like comedic scenes like that are
Yeah.
the ones where they really
So
they go all the way.
yeah, people were raving about the beginning of the movie. And by people I mean movie reviewers, which in my opinion, like people shit
Of the
on
new
game
Suicide
journalists a
Squad.
lot. Yeah, people
Okay.
shit on game journalists a lot, but they don't shit nearly enough on like movie reviewers, and I don't get it. I guess it's because it's just cool to shit on video game reviewers, but anyway. Well, video game reviewers suck too, so I don't want to. Oh shit.
Well, because video game reviewers, a lot of times you can show exactly what they're doing wrong. Like
Yeah.
when they show
Oh yeah,
clips
like right
from
away.
like what they did in the game,
Yeah.
you can like show that this is like look at this moron, you know? Like when people talk about a movie and they they talk about it in a way that where it
Yeah.
seems like they don't understand it. It's not as easy to like just show
So
the game and be like this is how you should be fucking playing it.
okay, so the movie opens with um Harley Quinn, and then I don't remember their names. So Pete Davidson, Michael Rooker, some weasel fucking thing that's supposed to be like a gag, but it's just fucking creepy. And then some other people. I think somebody's famous. I don't remember who the fuck. And then so they land on this beach, to overthrow this South American government or something.
Mm-hmm.
Which is awesome. And they're gonna go in, and then Pete Davidson's character like stands up and is like, "They're here." It's like, "I got him." So like all the guys that you see in the trailer, they all get fucking killed. And then he plays so it's like super subversive, right? Because you saw all these people in the trailer, and then they die in like the first 5 minutes, and then he plays.
I think I read something about that.
Yeah, and then he plays like he does like a really like long take of like all the the carnage, like where they all got fucking murdered, and he plays people who died over it. Like my friend Ben sniffing glue, or whatever the fuck the song is. I actually like the song. I just don't know the words. And so that goes on literally for like 5 or 6 minutes. Like the bit's over. Like we got it. You're killing all the famous people. Awesome.
I'm looking at the comments on a video, top 10 Suicide Squad scenes. I like reading the comments from this stuff.
Oh yeah, there you go.
This movie definitely saved the franchise. I had super low expectations going in.
I mean, it might have from a monetary.
Dude.
Yeah. No, I can't argue with the success.
It didn't have to be. I don't know.
It didn't have to be great. With all the other DC shit, it didn't have to be great. It just had to be.
Dude, Zack Snyder's a fucking terrible director. I don't know how many times
fucking bad.
I need to say that. He sucks ass.
I think there goes like all of our audience, because we've hit gamers, Zack Snyder fans, and James Gunn fans, and I don't think
we're gonna lose a lot of listeners.
I don't think there's gonna be any white people left.
Whoa.
Which is the only.
Let's not bring in the racial dynamic, okay? Guys, you don't need to listen to him. Just go check out our Instagram. It's all caps, BLMACAB. Just go ahead and like and subscribe. Thanks. Thanks.
We only post it's one page from the manifesto every day until we run out of stuff to post.
I only post images of policemen killed.
Yeah. With like hearts on their eyes.
Yeah.
Like animated.
Yeah. And then because I'm playing both sides, I have another Instagram. Where I only post images.
Yeah.
Of.
Nope. I fucking hear your brain like rattling around in there.
Of
Is it do you post what Quentin Tarantino doesn't store in his garage?
Have you guys seen Django?
I was gonna say Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. You know what? Never mind. I'll keep that one to myself. All right, that's good.
That's
Stop
good.
it.
Good.
Yeah, stop it.
Okay, yeah. I think that's for the best.